Good to go, sir.
Having the 36,000 cars around, Israelite I.S.U.P.K, under command of YAHANNA, started out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York. Been teaching the truth since 1969, and today is the history class. Thursday is the history class. Big shout out to all of the brothers, man. Saying all over, putting in, doing a hell of a work, glorified work for the Lord. Just real quick, man. Got to be in Philly. September was the day again.
Yes, 3rd to the 6th, sir.
September 3rd to the 6th, man. You gotta come to Philly, man. Rocking out with us, the Philly camp, cabinets outdoor, of course, the manager and all and all the generals. We have an East Coast cookout. You understand? From what I hear, it's going to be a town hall meeting. And I think the general will be whipping up some authentic Philly style cheesesteaks, man. You better get yourself here. All the brothers from all over, all right? So real quick, last week we went into how the curses of Egypt brought forth a lot of the anguish and trauma that we experience today, even in America, even thousands of years later, how the oppression of Egypt lasted throughout all our generations, throughout all our bloodlines, and now showing them now and more trauma throughout all of the empires that we were slaves in, that we suffered in, going throughout these kingdoms because we sinned against the Most High. That's what we went into last week. This week we're going to go into Exodus chapter 14, right? We're going to really pretty much read about our battle and the war that we had when we came out of Egypt. Now, when we were in Egypt, we suffered under the Pharaoh, suffered many things under the Egyptians, and the Lord delivered us from that. But once we came out of Egypt, we had to fight. It was a spiritual battle we had to go through. The first thing we're going to pull Galatians chapter 5, verse 17. Big shout out to Officer I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Supreme check there. You understand? You know what I mean? He's humble as hell. You understand? Don't want nobody to know it. And what you think about LeBron coming in fifth? What you think about that? I know you got to break down that. You understand? I already know. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, keep reading.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 17. For the flesh lusteth after the spirit.
Say it again.
For the flesh lusteth after the spirit.
Scripture says the flesh lusteth after the spirit. What does that mean? It means your flesh is constantly in a battle against your soul. That's what it means. Every single day. That's why the Lord makes it abundantly clear that, you know, when you strive to get through today. Don't worry about tomorrow. You don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about a month from now. Don't worry about 2 years from now, 3 years from now. You got to get through today. Get through today because every day your flesh is fighting your spirit that you can send. Keep reading.
And the spirit against the flesh.
Spirit, flesh, but also, on the other hand, right? Your spirit is warring against your own flesh. So now you got to equip yourself in the work of the Lord to be able to withstand the lust of the flesh. Because it's constantly lusting to do something against your soul. That's the thing. From the moment you're born, it's a fight. It's a UPK very rock term. Life is about war. Life is war. That's what it is. From the moment you're born, from the moment you come out your mother's womb, you fight. You fight in your mother's womb for 9 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know how dangerous it is for a child to be in her mother's womb for 9 months? You in that. You and your mother. You battling her together. You let them know when you're home. You understand? And when you're uncomfortable, when you need a little help, and all going to the doctor is making sure that you are going through it's a clinical term. Trimesters. Trimesters is like, you know, you making sure you get through these trimesters safely. That your body is growing naturally. You know what I'm saying? Life is about war. So as soon as you come out your mother's womb, what happened? What happened? Especially if you're Israelite, go ahead. You get cut.
Oh yes, kind of one kind.
You get cut.
Yes, sir.
Brand new to the world, don't know nothing.
Right.
As soon as you get out your mother's womb, they take a knife and cut the us in, which is the holy law from the Most High God. You understand? Especially if you were man.
Right.
You understand? The first person you get here, you crying, you don't know where the hell you're at, you're upside down, you got people all in your face. You understand? Man, and what they do to you, the next day or that day, they cut you.
Right.
They cut you with a sharp knife.
Right.
Life is about war, and then all of that, as you grow and grow and become a man, your flesh is constantly fighting against your own soul. Keep reading in Galatians.
Yes, sir. So that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
What is the things that ye would? What is the things that she would? It ain't becoming a rapping singer. You know what? Fuck that. You understand? So imagine, bro, fuck that. Men in the world, men who choose to let their flesh overcome their spirit, even though they're rich and successful. That's what God told them to do. You understand? And you have to be competent to know that what the Lord has in store for you, since He knew you from what? From the womb. That what He has in store for you is much more powerful than being some type of a wealthy stream, or a football player, or a basketball player.
Right.
So those things are common. You understand? Your spirit is called to serve the Lord, and here in Israelite school, I.S.U.P.K, we are a school of prophets and priests to serve the Most High God.
Right.
You understand? That comes with certain powers and gifts and what they call it, reputation. Only the Lord has. But however, if you succumb to the lust of your flesh, then really out in the world, and that's another thing. The Lord said, "Things like ours."
Right.
Doesn't mean that you're a right man because you're a rich man,
right,
or you're a blessed man and you have any tangible things. You have cars and jewelry and money. Those many things mean absolutely nothing to the glory that the Lord has in store for the men that serve Him. All right, so we're gonna always kind of rock that out in Galatians chapter 5, verse 17 as we go through the scriptures. All right, in these scriptures. So we're gonna start at Exodus chapter 14. Okay, and we're gonna start at verse 3. All right. So right now, so of course, like I said, last week we went over how the person in Egypt is just like the person in America. That's why the Lord always, refers to America as Egypt, Babylon, the Great. You understand? Places that remind us of our suffering. Because we suffer here just like we suffer in Egypt. And the mental illness that we had in Egypt, you understand, followed us all here in America through our generation. All right? So that's what we went over last week. This week we're going to go into the spiritual battle after Egypt. When we walked out of Egypt. You understand? Go ahead, I'll read that. Chapter 14, verse 3.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 3.
Go ahead.
For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land.
Go ahead and read verse 1. We're going to start at verse 1. These next couple of weeks, we're going to go through Exodus. So we're going to read, a couple of chapters of Exodus to go through the whole thing. When we came out, Moses led us, everything he had to go through and battle with the brothers and sisters and just everybody. We're going to go through the whole thing and bring this today. Go ahead and start at verse 1.
Yes, sir. Verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, that they turn and encamp before Bahareth, between Migdol and the sea, and over against Baal-zephon, before it shall ye encamp by the sea.
Stop. So the Lord is telling Moses here. So the brothers and sisters, the Israelites, who come out of Egypt to encamp by the sea. You understand what I'm saying? We have a long journey ahead. Long journey ahead, and this is what the Lord is preparing Moses for. We have a long journey ahead, and now he's saying this encampment by the sea. Why? Because now we got to organize. We have to organize ourselves. Why? Because we've been fed from the hands of Egypt.
Right.
We've been fed from the hands of our enemies. That's what we're doing in the I.S.U.P.K. It's so powerful because we have to organize under these laws. Right. Organize. Instead of men in place over these brothers and these brothers and these families, we got to get things together. Right? So we say, encamp over here. All right? Keep reading.
Verse 3. For Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are entangled in the land. The wilderness have shut them in.
So this is what, so the Lord is saying, because Pharaoh's pride, okay, which is another thing that you always have to see about the enemies of us, of Israel.
Right.
Their pride is what causes them to lose sight of the Lord being against them. You know what I'm saying? Not recognizing that they are about to be destroyed at the hands of our power for the affliction that they put on us.
Right.
So in Pharaoh's pride, remember, leading all the way to the plagues of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? All the miracles that Moses did through the Spirit of the Lord before Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And all Moses ever asked Pharaoh was what? We sent Aaron in there.
Right.
Can we just go and pray? Can we go and serve our God?
Right.
That's all he ever asked. He never said, give us 40 acres in the view.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Moses never said, give us the 40 acres in the view, half the gold. I want this pyramid over here. You understand? I want these. It was never.
Right.
Just think about it. In its simplicity, right? And how humble it is. Moses only asked for us to serve our father. You
Right.
bring it to today to America. They have stolen our rights, stolen our identity, so we can't serve the Lord truly like we should.
Right.
Which is in the same spirit of what Pharaoh did. Like he made our burden hard. So here in verse 3, pride is saying, we've been destroyed in the wilderness. You understand? Like he knows what's out there. He knows the terrain of this land. He like they're going to die out there. Keep reading.
Verse 4. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart.
That's what the Lord said to Moses. He's telling Moses that he's going to be able to destroy you out in the wilderness because you have no supply, nothing for you to rely upon out there. He knows sort of the hundreds of years we've been in Egypt under Pharaoh that we serve him. It's that we paid bills to him. I to him. Everything, all the food we get from Egypt, just like America. So imagine if we were to leave America, Donald Trump would be like they want to stop out there. In his pride. And that's what the Lord knows. And that's what the Lord is telling
Right. That he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh.
I'm sorry. When it says he's hard Pharaoh, of course, that's his pride. You know what I mean? He's blinded by his pride. He just was embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? For
right.
The whole land of Egypt, the whole kingdom of Egypt, he was embarrassed by a man who used to be in his house. Both. You understand? It's embarrassing. It just shows you how much of a strategic power the Lord is. He used Moses. Moses came out of the top.
Yes. Part of us saying that your mic is not on.
This is right here.
It's on.
How about that? That's good. That maybe I need to scoot up or something.
I want to check on
No sweat. Sloppy. We're gonna work that sound out and we're gonna keep going, all right? You need 1 second?
Yes, I need 1 second,
All
sir.
right, give me 1 second. And then if y'all can't hear, we got a couple people on live showing all of you brothers. Start here, give it to 1. Give it to 1 or something like that, so that we can see. And let us know if you can hear it in the mic. Or let me know if I need to scoot closer or something like that. As close as I can get. Let me know, all right? Let me know when you're ready to rock.
Yes, sir. I'm checking the sound right now on my device. Can you say something, sir?
Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2.
Damn, it is kind of.
Said he think it's coming from the laptop.
Oh, he said it's connected to the laptop. Okay, let me
That's what
check.
he said.
Check. Okay, audio. Oh, yeah, it actually the water quality is out.
We good now? Everything good now? Quadazar, let us know if everything good now, brother. Appreciate you. We gonna continue our Bob? Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. Check 1, check 2. You get anything? All right, come on, let's rock it out. Because I see right here these dots is going up.
Yes.
All right, so that means we good, right? All right, come on, let's go. Where we at?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 4. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh.
He said, I will be honored upon Pharaoh. What does that mean? Why is he saying that the Lord will be honored upon Pharaoh? Because what the Lord is about to do to this disgusting African, right? What the Lord and you Africans are, you in a class of your own for your own disgust. Like you filthy, disgusting, cannibalistic, smelly, just mud-riddled, baboon, bushmeat eating Africans. You got a real disgusting, you have a disgusting nature about yourself. And what the Lord is about to do to you and do to your ancestors here in this story, it's going to make the Lord look like a goddamn the supernatural being he is. That's why I said I'm going to be honored upon Pharaoh, because ain't nobody see the Lord get down like this yet. You about to see. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize, up until this point, the Lord dealt with Moses. You understand? But up until this point out, you understand? He's never met another nation like he has before Egypt. That's why it's so glorious. Because he meeting this nation. First it was Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? But remember, Abraham and Lot, they fled Sodom and Gomorrah. They fled. You understand? And there was no recognizing, like Moses made Pharaoh recognize, like, we're going to serve our power. Letting it be known who the Lord, the God of Israel is. That's why the Lord is saying, I'm about to be honored by Pharaoh. He think he bad. He think he got this military. He think he got, this army. He got this gold. He think he, He think he power. He like Donald Trump. He think he untouchable. The Lord is saying, I'm about to be, he's like, yo, watch this. That's how you know God is a nigga, man. He talk like a nigga here. He like, I'm about to be honored in front of this nigga here. You understand? Set him smooth up. Keep reading.
And upon all his hosts.
And upon all his hosts, all his armies. Watch what I do. They going all at what I'm about to do for y'all. That's what he's telling Moses, man. Keep reading.
That the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord.
Yeah, to the Egyptians know that I ain't nothing, and what all them other disgusting gods that Captain Azariah killed, for years. Captain Azariah killed all the gods of Egypt out there in Harlem, destroyed the whole conscious community, but the Lord did it. You understand what I'm saying? Years ago, let you know that there is no Ra. I ain't Ra. I ain't none of that. Ain't no sun god, ain't no God of the dead, ain't none of that. I'm the Lord. Read.
And they did so.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled. And the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants were turned against the people. And they said.
Now, listen to this real carefully. All right. And once again, as we go through the history of Egypt and us leaving and how the Lord delivered us from Egypt and leading out of Egypt, always contrast in your mind how it applies to today here in America. Read that scripture again from the top.
Okay. And it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled.
So now the servants of Pharaoh coming back to tell Pharaoh that the Israelites, they fled, they gone. Read.
And the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants were turned against the people.
So they got mad at the people that told them. Like, what you mean they gone? What you mean they gone? Now, let me ask you something. No, let's keep reading first, Bob. Yeah.
And they said, why have we done this?
You said what?
And they said, why have we done this?
Done what? Read.
That we have let Israel go from.
That we have let who?
That we have let Israel.
Go ahead.
Go from serving us.
She said, why have we done this? Why have we let Israel go? What does that remind you of? What does that remind you of to today? It reminds you about how much the so-called white man, our enemies, hate Hispanics, but they don't want to stop oppressing them. Do you understand? Like, they'll send ICE after the Hispanics.
But do you think that they putting Hispanics in those concentration camps just to, let them go back to Mexico without no hardships and without no, without no gratification in themselves? Oh, no. Then you don't understand America. You don't understand America. You don't understand your enemy. The white man is the devil. Right. He ain't just hunting you to get you. It's because it sounds nice in a fairy tale, right? About we're hunting these criminals out our land. We're hunting these illegal aliens out our land. They capture them, split them up from their children and everything. What, to send them back to Mexico so they can pick corn in Mexico? I don't think so. Like a couple months ago or a year ago, we already had the Epstein files, and that came out and shocked everybody. Right. Soon, like I said, the Lord is going to lift up the skirt of America, man, right, and show you what's been going on here. You'll find out what they're doing with all those children. Lord be with them, that ICE is capturing all of the families that they're destroying in the concentration camps out. The white man is the devil. Wow. You understand? You can't believe that he's going to send these agents after these people and they're not going to serve him. Wow. That's what Pharaoh's saying here. He like, after everything that happened, the river turned into blood, the frogs, the locusts. Come on, the angel of death. The angel of death. The Pharaoh is like, why are we letting them go? What you mean, why you letting them go? What the hell is, that's how much pride, pride, you got to check your pride out. Like when you in positions of power, you got to constantly, once again, the flesh lusteth against the spirit. This is something that Pharaoh should have known. And his lust for power, he can't see that his kingdom is falling. That is what's going on in America now. But see, TikTok is a witchcraft. Instagram is a witchcraft. It make you think you can get an LLC and I could go to the Federal Credit Union and get $10,000 with the EIN number. It ain't gonna happen. You want to know? Because I did it and it didn't get to me. You understand? They lied to me. It was a bunch of goddamn witchcraft. I went to get my $10,000 and they said, that's TikTok. That shit is foolishness. Get the hell out of our bank. You understand? That's what's going on with Pharaoh here today. You understand? All the pride and the witchcraft he finds faith in or is emboldened in. He like, why are we letting the Israelites go? That's the same thing happening in America. Remember all the black Wall Streets in North Carolina, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood. The white man hates us. He hates us and tells us to leave, but he never wants us to leave. He wants us to serve him forever. He wants to be able to oppress us and hate us. And that's why the Lord has to destroy it. Because he'll tell you, go back to Africa. He'll never let black people go back to Africa. He's going to destroy you in Africa. How do I know? Now, how do I know this? How do I know that going back to Africa, like the white man says when we at camp, go back to Africa, nigga, go back to Africa. How do I know that the white man is lying, that our oppressor is lying, and he will never let us go back to Africa to prosper? Africa, once again, is not our homeland, but we're just, repeating what the devil said. He says, go back to Africa, go back to your land. He says it to the Mexicans, go back to Mexico. How do I know for a fact that the white man will never let us go back to our land, even though he tells us so? How do I know this? I'm about to tell you in 2 minutes. No, I'm about to tell you in a second. How is that about? You got any clue? How do I know for a fact? Because the white man wants power, but he can't he wants to build his kingdom for himself. But of course, the white man doesn't want to build it himself. He don't want to build it. So how do I know that he will never let us go back into our land, even though he says, go back into your land, go back to Mexico, go back to Africa? How do I know? Because when we fled out of Jerusalem, he hunted us and brought us to America. You understand? When we fled out of Jerusalem to go into Africa, how do you think he knew where the hell we were? because Egypt is America. They hunt our steps out. They know that the Israelites fled out of Egypt, and they know that, fled out of Jerusalem in 70 AD. You understand? They know, they have our records, and they know that the people that fled out of Jerusalem built one of the greatest nations and kingdoms and superpowers on the earth at one time, called Egypt. You understand? So they went to get those people, which is us, to build this great place called America. That's how you know the white man is such a liar and a bastard that he will never let us go in our own land. Why? Because we built this place just like we did Egypt. Just like Pharaoh saying here is like, what in the hell are we thinking letting these people get up out of here? Knowing that I'm not going to pick no corn. I ain't about to, I'm not even, I hate shepherds, but I love lamb chops. You understand? You didn't think the Africans said that? Remember when Joseph came in and said they disgusted with shepherds? Did you think they eat no lamb chops? They ate them goddamn lamb chops. They ain't going out there to deal with no lamb chops. They ain't going out there to deal with the sheep or none of that, or make no brick or make none of these monuments to themselves. They need us to do it. That's how you know that they would never let us go. Keep reading now.
Yes, sir. Verse 6. And he made ready his chariot and took his people with him.
This gotta be a pride. This is a pride I just don't understand. You understand what I'm saying? You already been beaten, and you getting in your chariot like what? Like you like the angel. Your son just died. Like it's a over. That pride is a very Gotta be careful with that pride because it will destroy you. Keep reading.
Verse 7. And he took 600 chosen chariots.
Took all his goddamn army. This is what it's going to be like when Christ returns. It's going to be like, this can't be happening. I'm not going to let this happen. And we all going to fight this nigga in the sky. All of us. The Russians, the Americans, the Africans, the Chinese, the Arabs, they like, cannot be happening. We cannot, listen, all of these nations, what this Pharaoh said is basically the epitome of how all these nations feel. Do you think these Arabs that setting up these smoke shops can live without us? You think these Chinese people can live without us? If we was to go back into our land, do you think these Chinese people can survive without us? Let me tell you something. Not only the restaurants out, these Chinese people own a lot of the real estate around here. 52nd Street, you'll be surprised how much of the property on 52nd Street in Philadelphia is owned by the Chinese. It ain't owned by black Muslims. It's owned by the Chinese on 52nd Street. But it looked like, Islam and Allah and all that, black Islam. You understand? 52nd Street, a lot of those properties, a lot of those new shops, those newly renovated homes and all that, it's owned by the Chinese. You go to find out to get a room for rent or whatever the case may be, or property, you want to buy property, somebody going to answer your phone and it's going to act, he's going to sound like you called somewhere to get 6 chicken wings and fried rice when you talk to him. It's like, I didn't call the Chinese store. I called to check on this property, but it's the man that been selling you chicken wings and fried rice for 20 years in Philadelphia, and now he on 52nd Street. These nations is like, they the servants of Pharaoh. They like, what are we doing? We cannot let these people escape. You understand? So when Christ returns, it is going to be just like that. They is like, it is no way we can let this nigga take our slaves from us, because we are surely going to perish. Keep reading now.
Yes, sir. Verse 8. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Got it. Go ahead.
And he pursued after the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And the children of Israel went out with a high hand.
I bet the Pharaoh thought he was mighty and powerful rider. You could just tell he was riding on that horse. He on that chariot. He go up by. He hitting that horse. Hitting it. He going down there with his ugly. You know how them Africans, they got like one patch of hair. You know what I'm saying? Probably got his rod tied up strange, a piece of gold, and he popping that horse. He really think he about to do something. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Verse 9. But the Egyptians pursued after them.
Mm-hmm.
all the horses and chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea. Besides,
So boom. They found us right there by the encampment that the Lord said. Now listen, the Lord is in this. The Lord is in this right here. He told, remember in the beginning, the Lord said, encamp right here. Now Pharaoh caught their ass right there. Now, is the Lord trying to set us up to get destroyed by Pharaoh? Nah, he already done planned this out, man. You understand? Keep reading.
beside Paharath before Baal-Zephon. Verse 10. And when Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were so afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord.
It was like every other thing that has ever happened to us. Like when we ran from the plantation, and you start to hear them dogs and hear them white men with them southern draws, and you hearing them shotguns, and we start to wail. You understand? We start to wail. That is what's going on here. They see them Egyptians out in all of their power. And remember, he got all the chariots. All the chariots. They look like they coming for war. Remember, we at this time we don't have an army. We don't have no army. All we have right now is the Lord and Moses and his prophet Moses. That's it. You understand? So all the people, all the thousands of people that walked out of Egypt, we see this army, and we are surely about to die. We get the wailing out. Just imagine women with their kids, all the families out that see this army and see it coming. Egypt is a superpower. It's a superpower at this time. Just think about like America today. It's a superpower. So you imagine you start to see them jets fly across your head, helicopters. You hear that chopper that coming across your head. You understand all them sounds out. You hear the tanks coming for you out, and you just a people. All you are is a people that listen to a black man like Commander YAHANNA. No guns, no bombs, no tanks, no nothing. Just the faith in the Most High God. That it will terrify you to death. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Verse 11. And they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness?
See, there go your flesh again. Where is your soul in? You understand? We already seen that. We have seen the angel of death sweep through Egypt, all right? Soon as we see Pharaoh coming with the army, and this is why when you carnal and you start to fear men more than you fear the Most High. You understand? Because we just seen the angel of death. And take it to the day, you in the truth. You was just about to go to jail. You was just about to get your head blown off in the projects. You was just about to get your head blown off in the projects off a bad drug deal. You was about to get your head blown off. You understand? Now you're on the pulpit of wood, crying aloud before the nations, making the so-called oppressor kiss your feet. But when trouble come, when an army come up against you, a great power come up against you. Now it's like, oh, I came in here to die or something. They asking Moses like, that was rude for somebody to say to Moses. It was rude. It was like, what? You understand? Like they came to Moses, it was like, yo, it wasn't enough graves in Egypt. You brought us out here to die by the sea? That's niggas. You understand? We scared as hell trying to be funny. You understand what I'm saying? We trying to be, you know, it was the tribe of Judah. He was like, nigga, we could have had the tomb in. I could have been in one of Pharaoh's tombs. You brought me out here to die in the sea. You understand? Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt?
Right. He's like, yo, what are you doing? Why would you bring us out here? They blaming Moses out. They blaming Moses out, which is, let me tell you something out. Jesus Christ out. This truth out, it's a two-edged sword out. It's a two-edged sword. The people that help you, Jesus Christ out. Jesus Christ. This is a real deal life we living in business school. You better understand it out. You better understand it. I pray you understand it out. The men that sent to help you, the people start hating them. Start hating them. Just like they hate us on them streets. We send to help you, to tell you. You understand? But soon as a little trouble come, you hate us. That we've given our lives for you. You understand? Like, that is ridiculous. That is this Bible, and that is this life that we have chosen, this oath that we've taken. And it is hard. Think of how Moses felt like, yo, what the hell is going on? I just listen, not I just, like, through the Spirit of the Lord, the angel of death just came. What are you talking about? That's your flesh, y'all. That's all your flesh. That's all that fear in your flesh, all that worry about what's after this, all of that. That is carnal. You understand? It's carnal. Keep reading.
Verse 12. Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying, let us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians?
Listen, now, this your black, like, this is a Christian here talking to Moses. This is a Christian, you understand, who say he for black people. But now he's saying, didn't we tell you we wanted to stay in Egypt and serve the Egyptians? Like, they already think, like, listen, these people saying this, these group of people is already making up an excuse to tell Pharaoh because he's here with all his chariots. You understand? Just like every time a black man is murdered by the police, our black leaders always go and plead with our oppressor for some type of excuse so that it could seem like we want to answer for this, but yet those men still want to serve our enemies. You understand? When they know, like these people here, they know that Pharaoh hate them, but because of their fear, they turning on Moses so they can go back and serve him, even though they know Moses is completely right. They know the Lord is completely with Moses. But in their mind, your mind, once again, your thoughts, your mind, your emotions are carnal. You understand? They're carnal. So now what happens? They thinking up of a whole excuse to go and say, Pharaoh, we told him to let us stay. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. That's whoever is saying this to Moses. That's what they're saying. Because they believe Moses is about to be killed. And they trying to save their own lives. Keep reading.
For it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness.
He said, man, listen, I was better off working that 9 to 5. I was better off driving the bus, picking up the trains. What else? Give me another, doing security, driving trucks with my CDL. You understand? I had a house, I had a yard. What else I had? You know what I mean? I had a bank account. You understand? With Egypt One Bank. You understand? You know, I was investing in the stocks of Egypt. It's better than dying out here. Keep reading.
Verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord.
That's all he said. He said, don't be afraid. Because that's what he knew it was. It was fear. These people are afraid, and they should be afraid. You understand? But don't let your fear make you sin against God. Keep reading.
Which he will shew to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever.
He telling, like Moses said, the perfect thing. He like, listen, all of that army you see, you ain't never gonna see them again. They gonna pay today. Like, just imagine being right there by that sea, y'all, and you listening. Like, what is he standing on some rock or something? He telling Aaron to say this. He's standing somewhere, and we is like, yo, what we gonna do? And he's telling us like, boom, 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 boom. Don't worry about that over there. The Lord is going to destroy them right now. And we just sitting there, hungry, scared. Man, this is wild right here. Keep reading.
Verse 14. The Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace.
Go, and ye shall hold your peace, meaning the Lord gonna fight for you, and you ain't gonna have to do nothing. You ain't gonna have to say nothing. Just be calm. That's all. Just wait. Keep reading.
Verse 15. And the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward.
Go ahead.
Verse 16.
He like, look, what you asking me for? Listen, the Lord already checked Moses. He checked Moses like, yo, I already told you what to do. You understand? I brought you to the sea for a reason. What you crying to me for? Get it done. Tell him to move forward. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Verse 16. But lift thou up thy rod and stretch out thine hand over the sea.
Right. So that staff that Moses got, he said, lift it out over the sea. Now, we're going to keep reading, but then I want you to pull up that video. Keep reading.
And divide it.
And what?
And divide it.
So imagine being Moses and hearing that. He said, listen, lift your hands up and divide, point your hands out at the sea and split it. That's what the Lord telling you to do. That is much better than a rap contract to me. What do you think about it? I think that's better than being a rapper. I don't know what the hell, forget all that. I'm not no podcast. I want to be able to hold my hands out like this and do like this here. And then we see this. Put that video on there real quick. I'm going to show y'all something. And while the video going, we keep reading. Look at that goddamn water. Look at that goddamn water. That water is, it is, man, brother, what job whatever job that is, I ain't filling out no application if y'all did. Can you play the video so everybody can see?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and play it. Now, waves have to be gigantic to have that ship tipping up there in the air like that. Can you imagine being on a boat? The waves start to do that. Whoever took you out on that boat, you gonna go to that person and say, "Could I have died on the land? Why you bring me all the way out here to fucking die in the goddamn ocean?" Look at this right here. Now, that boat is gigantic itself. But the waves of the ocean, how large they are, it's making that boat look like a goddamn feather. How that wave is. Now stop. Go ahead, stop. I'm gonna go back to the scripture. Go back to the scripture. Now, this is the thing. When Moses lift his hand up, when he lift his hands out there at that sea, and the wind, and keep reading. We're gonna keep reading.
Yes, sir. And divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground.
Shall go on dry ground, meaning he gonna divide the sea, and we gonna walk on the dry ground that's on the sea floor. Keep reading.
Through the midst of the sea.
Through the midst of the sea, meaning right in the middle, right in the heart of it. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians.
He said, I'm going to harden the hearts of the Egyptians. They're going to see what's about to happen, and they still going to want to kill you. That's just like America. They're going to see 200,000 angels coming out that goddamn sky and be like, we got to get it on. They go, what? The hell is you talking about? The hell is you talking? This is not the Avengers. Do you understand? But they make movies like the Avengers so it can arise morale into stupid people with their armies and Arabs and, the white man. He gonna think he Iron Man. Christ is going to bottle him up like a cocaine. You understand? He gonna bottle him up like a cocaine and pluck him. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Lord is setting the stage for this. Right. Just like he just set the stage right here. He told us to do what? Go and camp by the sea. Go and camp by the sea. Why? Because that's where I'm about to kill it. Do you understand? That's where the Lord is like, let me see. All right, go camp over there. You understand? Because what I'm about to do to Pharaoh, I'm going to glorify myself. And this is how I'm going to do it. You tell the Israel, you tell your people to move forward. You stretch your hand out on that sea and you split it. And y'all going to walk on straight hand. I got the rest of this. They're going to chase y'all. They're going to have their hearts hard, but I got you. Watch what I do to them today. The Lord set it all up. The Lord set it all up He told us to go sit over there because that's where he wanted Pharaoh to die. So you can't be, so bring it back to today. You can't be misled or, confused or amazed at what the things that America does, the technology of America, the might of their armies and their military. You can't be amazed by that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? All that carnality is for your flesh to thrive off, not for your spirit to thrive off. Your spirit has to thrive off of this truth, this brotherhood, the knowledge, the trust and the faith in the Most High God. That's what your spirit has to thrive off, man. Keep reading.
And divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry land through the midst of the sea.
Go ahead.
Verse 17, and I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow you.
Go ahead.
And they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh.
He said, I'm going to get me honor upon Pharaoh. Watch what I'm about to do to this cat right here. Watch what I'm about to do to him. Just do what I tell you to do. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Like them Christians. Them Christians be like, why would God want to, nigga, hold up. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just do what I'm telling you to do. You understand? Keep reading.
And upon all his hosts, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. Verse 18, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord.
The Egyptians are going to know that whatever they were serving in Egypt, that Ra, Akhenaten, what else they be serving out there? The hippopotamus, the alligator. He going to know that ain't no alligator about to help you now. The hippopotamus not going to be able to do nothing. Keep reading.
When I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh.
He like, I'm getting honor upon Pharaoh. Why? Why? Because people look at Pharaoh like what? Come on. He getting an honor upon Pharaoh. Why? Because how do the servants of Pharaoh and the other subjects of Egypt? Remember, Egypt is like America. So how does China look? How does China look at America? How does England look at America? How does the other countries and the other nations of people look at America? How do they look at Pharaoh? Like what? Go ahead.
As God, sir?
Yeah, like a God. Damn right. That's why the Lord said, I'm going to get honor above him. The Pharaoh ain't no God. I'm the real God. Watch this. Keep reading.
Upon his chariots and upon his horsemen.
Yeah, all them chariots and all that, they going to know when the way I deal with him, that ain't no God like me. None. Keep reading.
Verse 19. And the angel of God, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face.
So the pillar of the cloud, of course, is them chariots. Keep reading.
And stood behind them. Verse 20. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And it was a cloud and a darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other all the night. Verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind.
He said, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, split this sea. Cause the sea to split. Read.
All that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters.
He did it all that night, which means it took time. Wow. Play that video again. Play that video again. It ain't like, this ain't listen, now, this is not a, have you ever seen, now this is a little comical, right? But you ever, shit. Look at how high them got their waves. Look at how high those waves are. And I'm trying to play the video so you can see. Like, just imagine sitting by that sea and you start to hear the waves crash. Remember, it said Moses was out there for how long now?
Khan, and Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night.
All that night. All that night out. That's why the chariot had to do what? They had to give us light right there by the sea. All that night, Moses is praying to the Most High, doing what the Most High said to do. And the waters is thrashing. Can you imagine that? They thrashing because the Lord splitting the sea. But it ain't like it just, like a door. He is the waves, the sounds. You ever hear waves? It sounds like thunder. Can you imagine how terrified we were to see that brother, Moses, to see that brother, wherever the hell he was at, doing this shit, doing this all night, sir, obeying the Most High, praying to the Lord, having his hands outreached, praying, while the chariot in the sky, while the Egyptians is behind us, marching, probably yelling, saying whatever foolishness that they saying, making a bunch of noise, hitting their shields, and you see that these waters are going up so high, like skyscrapers. Imagine being a child and seeing something like that. Imagine being a child. Imagine being a grown man. I mean, you just go. That's why the Lord said, and hold your. That's why Moses said, and hold your peace, because you are going to be like, oh hell. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to lose your goddamn mind sitting out there watching Moses do that. Keep reading.
Yes, sir.
And Shalaki, and one quick thing. These miracles here, they're going to happen again at the hands of the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander Young. You're going to hold your peace in that day. Because what Commander YAHANNA has been saying since 1969 is that our King Yahweh Shah will return to this earth out. You understand? And it's almost like it's a real, it's spiritual. It's a real hell of a return because it's just like Egypt. He's making America look like they the one, like they can't be beaten. They probably got invisible soldiers. I think they got all that. Invisible soldiers, invisible tanks. They probably can fly. I seen the cat with the jetpack. You seen the joint where the cat had the jetpack on his hands? Man, pull up the joint with a cat got the jetpack on his hands. Just type in military jetpack. Just type that in. The cat got a jetpack on his hands. Made me jealous for a split second. I'm like, how in the hell did he get to fly? You understand? Reed, go ahead, pull that joint up. Military jetpack. No sweat, no sweat. We're gonna play this commercial real quick. Hey, Lord Christ, what's going on, Maurice? Good to see you. Here you go, right here. And this is Great Britain's jetpack. You think America ain't got one? Russia ain't got one? They all got one. And you gotta remember this. This for the Navy. So what about the Marines? Marines ain't got nothing? Huh? Them Green Berets, the other cats that they say is like, ninjas, the Delta. Those gay Delta Force, them gay Delta Force cats that shoot themselves in the face. You think they don't got none of these? Like, this is what the Lord do in America. Because you would look at that and say, that's God right there. In your ignorance, you would say, well, they fly. You understand? So you're going to start to believe in that. Why? Because you can see that. You can see that. You can touch that. But the Lord telling you, I'm going to give you supernatural power, spiritual power. You think we ain't going to fly in the kingdom of heaven? Huh? Brother, I'm going to be like Prince Vegeta flying around that goddamn place. I'm trying to tell you. Look at that. You got to give it to the so-called white man now. He built his kingdom. Go ahead, bring it on back. You gotta give it to the so-called white man. He built his kingdom out. But let me tell you something. The Lord allowed him to do that. The Lord allowed him to get them jetpacks. And this is one thing you got to know about white people. American society is a Fabian society. I'm trying to make sure what Jeremiah Muhammad taught. Is it Fabian or Fabian? I believe it's Fabian. Type that in. Fabian society. F-A-B-I-E-N. Fabian society. I believe that's it. If it's not Fabian society, it's Fabian society. You know what I'm saying? Type that in real quick. Just hold your question. Hey, Marie, I see you got the question. Hold it to the end. What do it mean? What do it mean? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Don't swear. If you could, Maurice, if you could, brother, young man, if you could pull up the scripture, type in the scripture. If you're still there, all right. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Tuning in, rocking out with us, all right. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, I believe General Muhammad having his class up in Harlem. All right. So that'll be an excellent question also to hit him up with too as well. All right.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
The Fabian Society is a British socialist organization founded in London.
Is that Fabian?
Fabian, Fabian.
Okay, try Fabian, not that one. No, matter of fact, just keep reading.
The Fabian Society is a British socialist organization founded in London in 1884. It promotes democratic socialism and social justice through gradual.
Okay, I don't think that's it. I gotta ask what was the term. Anyway, American society is a society that is living 50 years ahead of what it lets its population see. You understand? Basically, meaning they're 50 years ahead of what they let us consume. Like cell phones, they had cell phones, like these Androids right here, these things right here. They had these cell phones 50 years before they came out. You understand? Before they let the people be able to consume and, implement their own social interactions with cell phones, with apps and, all those type of things. So the white man's a favorite society. So now, seeing that he got that jetpack out, I mean, 50 years, he got an Iron Man suit somewhere. So-called white man. I would not put it past me out that he had somewhere he got an Iron Man suit. He try and make super soldiers like the Hulk. I mean, he doing all type of things. You understand? And guess what? The Lord is doing it. The Lord is making it do it. Where's the scripture where it said, I raised thee up to bring him to the ground? Give me that scripture. Give me that scripture. The same way I raised Pharaoh up. Give me that one.
Romans 9:17, sir.
Go ahead, read it.
Come. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up.
Right. He said, the Lord said unto Pharaoh, he's like, this is the reason you even became Pharaoh. Donald Trump, this is the only reason you became president. This is the only reason I made you president. America, this is the only reason I made you America. That I made you as powerful as you are. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Come. That I might shew my power in thee.
I want honor from you. Only reason you came this far in life, Donald Trump, is for the Lord to do what? Read.
Come. That I might shew my power in thee.
Just so I could show you how much more powerful I am. See, you already seen over there, you already seen on the TV that the white man got jetpacks. And he flying around. They're going to be flying around delivering pizzas and Grubhub and Uber Eats and, listen, look, I'm trying to tell you about 5 years from now, if Christ is not back, Lord willing, that's not the case. Your Amazon packages, somebody going to fly your Amazon packages to your door. The delivery man for Amazon, he going to come with a jetpack, he going to land on your porch with the package. You understand? And this all the Lord's doing. You know what I'm saying? This is why you got to remember, this is why the Bible has to be taught without any of that Christian gay dogma, without any religious interpretation. It got to be told straight so that you can remember when we came out of Egypt and how the Lord made Egypt a great superpower, just like he did America. And the only reason it went that far is because the Lord wanted honor from Egypt. He wanted to show everybody that all the gods of Egypt, They ain't more powerful than me. Just like he doing in America. All the mighty, powerful governments of this earth, and they can't none of them deal with me. And remember, and this is a small thing, not a small thing to remember, but this is something that you could overlook. Remember of how the Lord said, encamp by the sea. See, the Lord know exactly where he pushing these nations. He gonna put these nations right where he want them, just like he did Pharaoh. Just like he did Pharaoh. He put Pharaoh right there by the edge of that sea because that's where the Lord wanted to destroy him. That's where the kingdom of Egypt ended. Read.
Yes, sir. And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Go ahead. Throughout all the earth. Why? Because the world, after this day, all the other nations that will surround Egypt, they're going to know about this. They're going to know about this. They're going to know about the plague. Remember, I keep saying it because it just is what it is. Egypt is America at this time. Economy, trade, you understand? All those type of things out. Politics, land, development. You know what I'm saying? Which is what? More land to build more pyramids. So they got to buy land from this nation over here and this nation over here. It is just like today. You understand? But after this, them Russians over them, whatever Arab or whatever nation that was close to the Egyptians, them other Africans or whatever, they're gonna be like, yo, what the hell did they do to them Israelites? The whole sea split. You understand? They're gonna know that the God, all the other nations know that the God of the Israelites is the one true God on the earth. And when you read through the Bible, all the other nations know it. They know that if we serve our power, that they will be destroyed like the Egyptians was destroyed. They said, the Chinese man said in the Apocrypha, I believe he said it in Judith, in the book of Judith, the Moabites, he said, I don't know if I forget if he was a Moabite or an Ammonite. I'm almost positive he was a Moabite. I could be wrong. But in the book of Judith, the Moabite tell the heathens that if we are up on this hill, serving our God, then we cannot do nothing with these people over here. These are the people from Egypt. That's what it says in the book of Judith. This day is where the Lord set his reputation in the earth. This is where he always moved in the earth, always had his chosen people. Since Adam, Abraham, and Isaac, the Lord was setting the stage this day to let you know who the real God is in the earth until the end. And let me tell you something. These nations know it right now. These other nations know it right now that the God that destroyed Egypt is about to come to this earth. They know it. They know it. It's impossible for them not to know it. I mean, this is how you got, like, you have to know this. They have our records, even in their nations, in their kingdoms. They have the records of us being in slavery and the glorious things we did, like with Mordecai and the sister Esther. You think them Iranians don't know about Mordecai and Esther? They probably called them by different names, you know what I'm saying, back then, or whatever, called them by their slave name. You understand? But you think the Persians, which I believe is the Iranians today, don't know about Mordecai and Esther? You think they don't know that? These are all of these nations. Okay, just like I said, the Moabite said in the book of Judith that he know that these are, the Israelites. If we go up on this hill, they are going to kill us. They're going to destroy us if they serving their God. If they not serving their God, we could take them. That's what the Moabite said. You think the Chinese don't have records of who the hell we are? They know exactly who we are. They know exactly who we are. And that's why the scriptures say they continuously make crafty counsel against us. Because just like what? In the beginning we read about, how in the hell we going to let these people go? We become too rich. We got to do things to keep them more destroyed, more away from not serving their God so that we could take it. That's what's going on out here. That's what's going on out here. That's the only thing that's going on out here. And that's that. Keep reading now. We're still in Exodus 14. Read that. Is that what it says? Let me hear.
Yes. A plebeian society where the military is far more advanced than civilian population is a militarized civilization.
How did you pronounce that again?
A plebeian.
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 Plebeian. I'm sorry.
P-L-E-B-E.
It's plebeian. I had it mixed up. I thought it was Fabian. It's plebeian society. A plebeian society is what again?
A plebeian society where the military is far more advanced than the
civilization. Meaning the military has weapons and technology that is far more advanced than what civilization realizes. Meaning this cell phone was part of communications for the military. You understand what I'm saying? Those little screens that they be having in the movies that's like holograms. Oh, they got those. They got those. They got them. Them 3D hologram, them 3D hologram iPads or whatever the hell it is. You understand? They got them. They're way more advanced than what they realize. That's why you want to say something? That's why so much finance is given to the military. That's why it's given to the military, because they the ones that gotta protect and do all of that money, all that research, all of the biochemistry, all of the DNA splicing, all of that is, try to create something that is going to defeat and fight God. You understand? That's all that is. Keep reading. We're going back to Exodus 14.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground.
And when you like, can you imagine this out? Like you almost can't imagine it. And I see why the Lord say there ain't no remembrance, because when you die, you can't remember stuff like this because you're going to go insane. You can't remember all of this. This is too much. You can't remember that. He got to wipe your memory clean because he's too powerful. He's too powerful to put us through too much shit. You understand what I'm saying? It's too much. Like, what in the hell? Imagine just like the movies make it seem like the water became a wall. That ain't what happened now. That ain't what happened now. You know what I'm saying? Who in the hell, brother? Let me tell you something, Mark. You ever walk through a goddamn sea? Come on, man. Like, we the chosen children of the Lord. But you can't forget that. You got to keep that in your spirit. You got to keep that in your spirit, because it's so many things try to appease to your flesh that you'll forget all about walking through the Red Sea. Black people are scared to swim. You understand? I think I know why we scared to swim now. It ain't just about slavery. It's because we walked through that Red Sea out and was traumatized. Like, we like, this shit ain't natural. You understand? This is a joke, of course. But I'm saying now, you got to keep things like this in your spirit out. And make your spirit strong to fight your flesh here. And that's what you're going to need. Coming out of Egypt, coming out of the world, you're going to have to get your spirit strong. You got to build your spirit up. And that's why the Lord does mighty things like that to strengthen your spirit. He does supernatural works, things that seem impossible. He does it for your spirit, to nourish your spirit. Because there are so many things in this world that appease your flesh, that makes your flesh want to kill your spirit. Your flesh wants to naturally kill your spirit. All of the memories, all of the trauma naturally wants to take your spirit from you and just be whatever base thing that trauma makes you. That's it. All right. Keep reading.
And the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on their left.
It was like a big wall of water.
Right.
And we just seen what the oceans look like just naturally when a storm comes, how high the waves are. You understand? Like, just imagine rushing water to make a wall, but you can still hear the water. It don't mean that you ain't hearing the water crash like a water. You ever heard a waterfall? A waterfall sounds like thunder. It sounds like thunder. Like, that is insane now. Like, we done been through something. Better get right. Keep reading.
Verse 23. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea.
Man, if I was an Egyptian, I'd be like, you know what? I quit. Like, I quit today. I'd have turned that chariot around and around where everybody was far enough not to see me. I'd be like, yeah. And whip their horse around so fast. You understand? Because, boy, you got to be blinded by hatred. And I'm talking about an enormous, and listen, and the Lord did it to him. The Lord did something very psychological to the people of Egypt. He sent the plagues to Egypt. Then he killed their children to where even if they see this miracle of the sea splitting, they hate us and our God so much for what they did to us, they think that they're going to defeat us out. You understand? Like that's how much psychological, like the Lord is not a game. That's what it said. I'm a hard in their heart. Think about losing your child, huh? You losing your child because of these shepherds. Because of these shepherds, these people that be around goats and sheep all day, that's what you're going to be blinded by. Whatever you see, you're going to be like, forget all that. I got to kill these people. That's what the Lord said. He said, I'm a harden Pharaoh's heart. So all them plagues, like even like now, just thinking about it, like how Moses sent Aaron to tell Pharaoh, can we just go serve our Lord? That's like a little annoyance. Like that's like the Lord is like teasing Pharaoh. It's like he teasing him. He's like, you gonna let him go now? You gonna let us go now? You understand what I'm saying? Like he just poking him. Like, is that enough? Like, can we go now? How about now? Frogs and locusts come. How about now? You think it's cool now? We could just go for a weekend. What about now? Now your son is dead. Can we go now? Like the Lord is like Lord ain't no joke, man. You understand? Keep reading.
Awakan. Verse 24. And it came to pass that in the morning, watch. I'm going to do verse 23. And the Egyptians pursued and went after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. Verse 24. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire.
Through the pillar of fire. So at the same time that the sea is split, there's like a big tornado of fire somewhere. Imagine that. You imagine that. Just it's a huge tornado of fire. Let me see. Imagine seeing the sharks and the other sea creatures on the side. Exactly. Like, nigga, what? You understand? You're gonna become a schizophrenic. Listen, you're gonna lose your goddamn mind. Once we get to this wilderness, I'm crazy. All right. And at this point, you understand? I already been getting high in Egypt. This shit is too much. You understand? He right. You know what I'm saying? You imagine all of that. And now it's talking about the pillar of fire. It's a big, tall pillar of fire somewhere around here. Like, we got to remember these things. Keep reading.
And of the cloud.
And then the chariot is there. Some aerial machine that nobody has ever seen before. Some aerial thing with lights all around it and a pillar of fire. And we walking through the ocean. Nigga, please. Come on, man. The Lord say what? He said, I'm going to get honor up on Pharaoh today. Ain't nobody ever did nothing like this. I'm going to let you know what it is today. It's like for all these years leading up to now, the Lord just been waiting. You understand? To show you who he is. He just been waiting. He's just been setting the stage up to let the world know that I'm the real God. And these are my people. Boom. These my people. You understand? Not the crocodile, not the hippopotamus, not none of that. Not none of them other gods, all them hundreds of gods y'all serve. I'm the one. And these my people. You understand? Like, we got to be able to, that's why it's so important to come back to the Lord and obey these laws out, because that's in essence what he wants to do. He want to show off. How you going to show off if we getting high? You understand what I'm saying? Like, the Lord is a nigga. He's a black man. He would like to do something that a black man likes to do. A black man likes to pull up, You understand what I'm saying? In a Maserati or a Rolls Royce with the diamonds on the ceiling, and get out with a bunch of chains on and diamonds and beautiful women. Well, the Lord is similar. Not quite similar, but he's similar. He sits in the throne of fire. You understand? He wants to do something to show his might, but to also show his love for his people, for his servants. You understand? It's crazy. Go ahead, Al.
Yes, sir. And troubled the host of the Egyptians.
And troubled the host of the Egyptians. They like, man, what the? Like, Pharaoh, man, I don't know about this, man. Go ahead, keep reading.
Verse 25. And took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel.
Yeah, they like, yo, listen. They started to take the wheels off the chariots. Like, let's just leave these people alone. Because anybody in their right mind, you seeing all of this, this stuff will drive you insane. This is not normal. Do you understand what I'm saying? When Christ returned to this earth, it is not going to be normal. It is going to be, like the scriptures say, it is going to be one of the darkest days. It is going to be the darkest day ever. It is going to be so much destruction on this earth out there. It will never be forgotten. This wasn't supposed to be forgotten. You understand? We were not supposed to forget about this. But the ones who start to remember, you understand, who they are and serve the Most High, we're going to be caught up with our King, just like these people that walk through their sea. You understand? Keep reading.
For the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians.
Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians.
Now he said, basically, stretch out your hand again and watch them drown. Which goes to show you that, number one, God ain't all love either. God ain't had no mercy on them Egyptians, did he? Maybe it was mercy for them to die. You understand what I'm saying? Death was probably merciful for them. You know what I'm saying? Because when they going to go back to Egypt to starve, they already lost their babies. The locusts ate up everything. When they going to go back, the Lord was merciful in killing them. You understand? In destroying them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, brother. The Lord is not all love. He's not. You understand? If he was he cannot deliver a people, then also help the people that's trying to hunt them down at that same moment. That is not God. That is not what God does. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Upon their chariots and upon their horsemen. Verse 27. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared. And the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea.
He drowned them. He drowned them in that ocean, in that sea, in the Red Sea. He drowned them. And what's so amazing about it is it's a historical fact that they found chariots at the bottom of the Red Sea. It's a historical fact. See if you can pull it up. We got the internet now. See if you can pull it up. See if you can pull up chariots at the bottom of the Red Sea. And it's probably going to show you the video because it's a historical fact that they found them. They found them down there. Which makes it very terrifying that this is actually a true story. This ain't a comic book. This ain't a book that you use to, overcome different circumstances in your life. This ain't that. The Bible is the historical records of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians because the only real God on the earth only loves them. That's it. And it's the records of us going through captivity after captivity after captivity. Then now coming back here. Your browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. Oh, swear. Did you find it? I did. Oh, there you go. Let's see what this journey looked like.
See, check this out.
This is what's believed to be the remains of Pharaoh's army, found at the bottom of the Red Sea. During his expedition in the Gulf of Aqaba, Ron Wyatt uncovered what he claimed were coral-encrusted chariot wheels, human and animal bones, and other debris scattered across the seabed, seeming to align with the biblical account of Exodus. These chariot wheels, with their distinct four-spoke design, match those used during Egypt's Second Dynasty, which correlates with the time of Moses and the Israelites' escape from Egypt.
Bro,
The location, Nuweiba Beach, serves as a potential crossing point, with a submerged land bridge beneath the water, that could have allowed the Israelites to cross. Nuweiba Beach
right there.
serves as a potential.
That's where we encamped that out. We encamped right there, right there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is a real story. This is not for play. This shit is not for play. Keep reading. Keep playing. I'm sorry.
Crossing point, with a submerged land bridge beneath the water that could have allowed the Israelites to cross safely.
Subscribe if you want to see more
It's a submerged land bridge, which means the pressure of that water created some type of a bridge within the bed of the sea ground that's still there. Because imagine water is heavier. It's heavy. So if the water is creating a wall for some, it's thousands of us coming out of Egypt. That joint had to stay there for some time. So it was permanent. You understand what I'm saying? It created a permanent groove, like a groove in that seafloor because of the pressure of the water being there. And who else? God knows what else. For whatever reason, the Lord just let you know, like it's not going nowhere. Then it said, and the Lord, that's why the Lord said the earth shall help the woman. He said they used the four spokes, like it was in the Second Dynasty of Egypt, which is aligns with the time of Moses. You understand? This aligns. You know, you ever hear all on the internet be like, we ain't aligned. This shit is aligned. Excuse my language. This is a line right here. You understand? Like, this is a real story. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, you got to ask yourself that. I'm asking my goddamn self. I know that. I'm gonna ask myself first. If this is a true story that we're reading about these people coming out of this glorious kingdom with all of their technology and science and everything, and the God of their God split the sea, you understand, and delivered them. That would mean that the rest of this Bible is true. Right. Which means that man right there, you understand, our King Yahushua Mashiach is on his way. That's what that means. That's what I mean. I think we better get right. I think that's what that means. I think that means we better get right or we are going to drown. But not this time, not with water, this time with fire, like the scriptures say. Like, this is not no joke. It is not, this is not no joke, This ain't no joke. Keep reading.
The book of Exodus 14 and verse 28. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them.
Listen, he destroyed all of them. All of them. Like, the Lord is perfect in his judgment. In his judgment, and his angels, they obey him like, you know, this is a serious life we living in, this truth. Right. All right. And the historical proof of it is all over the world now. It's all over the world. It's all over the internet, which means we are the people of the Bible. Right. The Lord did do this to Egypt, and he's going to do it to America. He's going to do it to America. So why in the hell did I get that lady my EIN number? For what? The hell am I giving her my EIN number to invest in what? For what? Invest in this. You got to invest in this truth, in your people. Keep reading.
Verse 29. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30.
So as they so we getting out of there, but as we getting out of there, the water start to collapse on the Egyptians while we getting out. While we getting out, they are being swallowed by the water. Keep reading.
Verse 30. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the sea shore.
Man, listen, think about all of them drowning and their body floating all through the water. That in itself is dreadful. It's like, brother, this like here in this chapter right here, this is a glorious time. You know, which makes the Passover so glorious. Like when the Lord sent that angel of death over there, like this here, us coming out of Egypt, it is a glorious, glorious story because you got to put it in your spirit, and it shows how much the Lord wants to raise us above our enemies. Right. Like he wants us to be above our enemies. He will line our enemies up as soon as we stop serving other gods. Right. As soon as we commit to obey, the Lord will gladly find the perfect place to destroy Donald Trump. He will find the perfect place at the perfect time in front of everybody. You understand? He ain't gonna do it in secret. He gonna do it in public. He want, but the Lord is a black man. He want people to know he great. He's LeBron James. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Lord gave the spirit to LeBron James. Everybody know LeBron James. Chinese know LeBron James. You ain't think you ain't gonna know about who the Most High is? Come on, man. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Verse 31. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians.
Right.
And the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant.
They feared because they seen that. But you have to maintain that fear when you can't see it. When you can't see it, you got to maintain that fear, and you constantly have to fight yourself. You have to fight yourself constantly. You think the grass is cut. You think that the yard is clean and trim, and there's no weeds poking through the cracks of the sidewalk. But you got to make sure. You got to make sure that those weeds that tried to choke you in the world, that the life that you tried to walk away from, now you got to run from it. You understand? To make sure those weeds never grow back to choke you and to bring you back into the piece of garbage that you was and that your ancestors was all the way in Egypt. You understand? But we are today, we're just mirroring what we were in Egypt before the Lord took our hand. That's it. That's all we are. That's all we are through all these generations. At one point, we are going to have to choose. We're going to have to choose. Any more than that?
And believe the Lord and his servant Moses.
They believe in Moses. They like, yo, this man is a man of the Most High. You see things like that happen, you be like, man, YAHANNA, I ain't playing with that nigga. The Lord with him. I don't know why, but he is. Who cares why? I don't. You understand? We in verse 15. What time is it? Give me a time check.
Yes. 8:50 p.m.
Okay, so no sweat. So all right, so we right up on the time calendar. Let me see what we got. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
And I got the precept where the other nations were afraid of Israel when they was coming out of Egypt.
Go ahead, read it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 14. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold of the inhabitants of Palestina. Verse 15. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed.
See, hold on, Bob. We get into the good part. We get to the good part. You just skipped all the way down. Go ahead, Kel. Let me see. Start at verse. First of all, start at 15 and 3.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
The what?
The Lord is a man of war.
I mean, that should be obvious at this point. Like he lured that army to that spot to be destroyed, to be attacked. That was a calculated attack. The Lord is a man of war, and Moses knows it. By what he did, only a man that thinks like a warrior, like a general, like a man who knows how to fight would do something like that. The Lord is a man of war. You understand? This ain't no, this ain't no bashful, peaceful God here. This is a man who conquers, destroys. You understand? In the name of his people, and gets the honor for it. All right, keep reading. No, hold on. Let's skip down. Hold on. Let's see. We're gonna go to go to verse 11.
Yes, sir. Verse 11. Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods?
Right, because we know so many gods. You got gods of the water. He just beat the god of the water. You understand what I'm saying? Whoever Aquaman was in Egypt, he just beat him. He just destroyed Aquaman. Who else? The sun, the moon, the stars, every single goddamn god that's here now. It was here then. All of them. They're like, well, what God is like this one though? None. That's how you know the Lord, a black man, I buy. Like, yo, ain't nobody fly like me, man. They can't do it like me. Ain't no God like me. You understand what I'm saying? Allah will never split the sea for you. Never. The God of Christianity, white people, they will never split the sea for you. Never. Bring pillars of fire for you. Buddha won't do it. You understand? None of that. Read.
Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders.
Doing wonders. Seeing that sea split, and then listen, even the remnant of what the Lord did is still in the earth today. It said it made like a bridge in the dirt of the sea. It looked like a bridge. You understand what I'm saying? Even them wonders. Allah could never do nothing like that. Allah could never do nothing like that. Allah would never do nothing like that. Why? Because Allah is the God of the Arabs. And the Arabs are rich off of us. The Arabs that were in Egypt ate off of us. You understand? Read.
Verse 12. Thou stretchest out thy right hand.
Skip down. Let's go to 14 where you was at.
Yes, sir. Verse 14. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold of the inhabitants of Palestina. Verse 15. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed.
He said, look, Palestinian, whatever heathens those are. Then the dukes of Edom. Look, the white man around, he ain't no superpower right now. The Africans had it right now. You understand? The Africans was on top right now. But the dukes of Edom is like, the white man know who we are all the way back then. You don't think they have these records? And when I say have these records, meaning not our records, meaning their records of when in their families going through this time. Whoever they were, Amalek, the so-called Jew. That's why he stole our identity. Amalek, what Amalek did is because he has the historical records. He knows. You understand? Those 666 or whatever, those families, the cult core group of white families, the social structure, they know. They know. They have all the records. And then the other nations who are above, those Emirates, those Arab Emirates or whatever, all of those, the Chinese, their records, they know exactly what's going on. They didn't get rid of none of that. They ain't just forget about what happened to Egypt. They ain't forget none of it. You understand? They know exactly who we are. They know exactly who we are. But here is what's of the most importance. Do you know who you are? And not only do you know who you are, but speaking to brothers in the truth and sisters in the truth, do you know who you are when you don't see these wonders every day? You understand? When you only got to fight your own carnality, do you remember who you are? You understand? Who the Lord called you to be. You understand? When the days where you got to fight your own carnality, the days where all of the stress and all of the worry and all of the pain and all of the memories and all of the trauma is crashing down on you. Will you remember? Will you choose? You understand? That's the whole point of this. You have to choose. You have to choose because there is another one of these coming. There's another one of these coming, but with fire this time. And his name is Yahweh Shai Master Yah, who the world knows is Jesus Christ. You understand? This is a real thing that's about to happen to this world. You understand? It's a real thing. This shit is not for play. All right? Let's keep reading. He said, the dukes of Edom shall be amazed.
The mighty men of Moab.
Yeah, Imp Man. You ever heard of Imp Man? You seen Imp Man? He the mighty men of Moab. Them niggas that be going this, and that, turning to the side and, you know, throwing the elbow. Imp Man scared as hell. He's scared as hell, man. He can't do nothing with us. Unbot all them cats. They done. Keep reading.
Trembling shall take hold of them.
Mm-hmm.
All the inhabitants of Canaan
All the other African tribes. Keep reading.
shall melt away.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 16. Fear and dread shall fall upon them.
And I'm going to tell you something, Mark. This is why Christianity is so evil. Because it robs you of wanting this to happen to your enemies. Edom, Moab, Canaan. All these nations, they had hand in destroying us. We should want fear and tremble and dread to come over them for what they've done for us. But Christianity robs you of that. It robs you of it. Worshiping another God robs you of that feeling of wanting judgment to be done to the people that wronged your people. You understand? That has to rise up in you. It has to rise up in the earth, and it's rising. It's rising. The anger of watching your people have to go through so many captivities. We have been through more captivities than, you know, an animal that was taken out of its natural habitat. He has been from zoo to zoo to zoo to zoo to zoo. That's us. Like if you can't serve me and obey, I have someone that's going to lock you up. You understand? If you can't control yourself, if you can't, you understand? I got somebody that's going to lock you up. His name is the white man. He's good at locking you up and just giving you everything to cause you to destroy yourself. You understand? I'm telling you, brother, when you come into this truth, you have to continuously fight yourself. You have to continuously fight yourself. The fight is never over. It's never over. And this right here, these classes, they medicine. They medicine because you have to remember. You have to remember. Your spirit needs this medicine. You understand? Brothers who don't go to class and not be in class, you're not taking your medication. You understand? You're not taking it. This is the medication that you need to keep you sane so you don't go off on people. You understand? So you don't go off on whatever success you find on the internet. This day, these Israelites, they were our people. We were successful that day. This was a success. It was what is it called? It was like one of them days, like you know how the white man when he go to war, like Doomsday, you know, those days where you know the battle of give me one. SHALAM. Give me one. Like the white man, you know, he won a war with George Washington or whatever the case may be. When he beat the red coats or whatever. This is one of these days. This is the history that they teach us. When George Washington or the people that came to America, they beat the British. When they beat the British, and they always remember. So now you got 4th of July. So we need this because this is when the Lord was victorious for us. And we got to remember this. Why? Because it emboldens you. This will make the white man build these glorious kingdoms. Because he has days like when he defeated the British. He has days like when he, you know, Desert Storm. He got those days where he killed Bin Laden. He got those days. Those are wins. Those are wins. You need those type of wins, especially as a nation of people. You need those wins. So as a whole, the white man has been able to, you know, maintain his integrity as a nation. You understand? But us as a people, our integrity is constantly challenged, constantly downtrodden, constantly conflicted and confused and corrupted. You understand what I'm saying? We don't get those wins. It's because we don't get those wins, we start to love who's winning. And who's winning out here? White people. That's all that is. You love the winner. You understand? You love the winner. Who's winning? The white man is winning. I just showed you when he got the jetpack. He got a jetpack. I don't have a jetpack. When I seen that jetpack about first side note, I was biting my teeth like, I know this shit is not real. Like, that I can, brother, I want to, you gotta ask about me. I want to fly so bad. You understand? I want to fly so bad. When I seen this devil with that jetpack out, I must have watched that video at least 30 times. Like, I cannot believe this shit here. You understand? So we gotta wait. Like, that's a win. Like, this man created a jetpack. We gotta stop eating pork. You understand? Like, we're not gonna win. Like, we keep eating shrimp, we ain't gonna win. Stop getting high. We're not gonna win. This white man is winning. And one thing about our people, that day on that shore, Moses won. That's why it said we trusted the Most High and Moses. Because the Lord, through the Spirit of the Lord, Moses beat Pharaoh. He beat him. We like the winner. You understand what I'm saying? We follow the winner. We're like sheep, right? That's why we love white people. Because they win. You understand? Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, when are we going to start to serve the Lord and win? With that, pass the class over to Officer Bahia.
Yeah. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. Where the Israelite school will be respect from knowledge start of 1 West 25th Street, New York, under command of General YAHANNA, who's a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're hit themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange after 6 months. Their brother or sister has a picture of a particular person. He or she must get permission from the head to speak for a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister report each other. After this month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry God, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi 3, verse 10. Means 10th in Hebrew, 10% is every penny increase the Lord gives you to the church department, priest fund, free will offer for priest, not man, to our upcoming holy convocation is the memorial blowing of the trumpets, first day of the 7th month. This year will be Friday, September 11th, 2026. Down the book of Leviticus 23, verses 24 to 25. Remind give and walk in such both door and hallway. Many brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing on black, blue shirt, and scarf for that. Imagine, which means to stand. So, sir, did you want to do the Lord's Prayer or not? Just a salute, come. Men of Israel, will be one person to salute. Men of Israel, march, right. At the top, you get that structure. We're going to get the march, your mouth, comfort, 45-degree angle. Your right hand claps over your left, and we salute you to the back. And this is what we get smoke courtesy salute. And this is what march back, march, rock. Yahweh Shemar, I'll tell you at the top, we sit down.